Hello everybody and welcome back to World Warships Operations here with Operation Killer Whale. We need to get in and destroy some ships in the base, and then we need to get out of there pretty quickly because I think we're going to be ambushed from behind. This time we are going to change things up a bit. We are going to be using the Galissonnière, the tier 6 French cruiser. Wonderful ship, very fast and rather evasive, and it needs to be because it does not have the health to take any really major hits. It needs to use its speed, its agility to its advantage, otherwise there's no chance that we'll manage to do anything and we'll just die incredibly quickly. And we don't want that, and there's only one battleship with us today. That's the Odin, which I believe is it's a tier 8. I think that might be a Swedish battleship? I might be wrong. I think it's a Swedish battleship, but given there's only one of him, we need to hope that he stays alive because he's going to provide the brute force for us. Although we do have an aircraft carrier with us today, which is actually I find quite rare in such operations, but I'm glad that we do have it. Yes, we're going to definitely be using our speed and such to our advantage to kind of stay alive. There aren't many ships kind of in this part of the world, but we will be ambushed from behind fairly soon, so we need to be a little bit careful. We'll see if we can go after that Nuremberg over there. We are just mostly going to high explosive. We're not really going to have much success with our armour pitting, I don't think. It's not as fast as I remember this ship, that's for some, but we can increase the speed. I think the Emile Bertin, the previous cruiser, the tier 5 French cruiser, is much faster. But with our boost here we can do pretty well. But we do not have a lot of health, so we really can't afford to take any major hits or broadsides or kind of thing like that. So really I shouldn't even be turning side on, but you know, hey ho. And the nice thing about this cruiser, it doesn't have any smoke screens, so I'm kind of hoping that some of our other colleagues in the other ships can do a better job of that. I'm very concerned that I'm sideways onto an Emile Bertin. That's going to go wrong, or sideways onto that Bayern over there. I think we could be absolutely massacred should we have been hit there. I don't think we're going to hit anything there, but just in case we will. We're going to support these ships over here, so the Irian, the Fubuki and the Mogami, and I think the Odin and the Helena and the Ryohu should be okay to take on the other side. I think we don't want to push in too far because we are going to just have to come out again straight away as well. We'll do some firing of that fort because I think just dealing with the facilities will be very useful, and that means that we have less issues with kind of additional surplus fire coming in at us, and we certainly don't want that at all. We can probably hit that Nuremberg momentarily. I must point out I'm generally rather terrible with cruisers. There's a reason I play battleships. There's a reason that all the videos up until now you have seen the King George V. Someone's firing at me. We need to turn. We need to turn to try and avoid those. Thankfully we've just had about enough warning. But the Nuremberg has got a rather terrifying rate of fire, that's for sure. So if we can just avoid that for the most part, that would be good. We also don't want to crash into the island, that's also for sure. I'm just going to send off a tokenary salvo of torpedoes that way. I don't think they'll hit anything, and I don't think that's really what this ship is intended for. But hey ho. We're just going to do a bit of evasive manoeuvres here by the island. Hopefully not crashing into the island, because that's not going to go well for us if we do. Please turn quicker. And we might have just avoided the island. Oh, not quite. Okay, we need to back up and then turn off. Not ideal in the slightest. And one of our colleagues is there saying to protect the Fubuki, which I certainly agree with. I just need to get myself out of the rut I've got myself into. As I said, cruisers are not my strong suit, and clearly steering is not my strong suit today either. That's okay. As soon as we get ourselves off this kind of sandbank, we should be in a better spot, hopefully. And what we will probably do, we will give ourselves some speed to catch up with the other guys. We just need to get out of range of this island. Okay, let's get our engine boost going. I just want to build up some speed. We've hit another sandbank. This is going great. Okay, let's get back into the fight. I got stuck. Okay, let's try to use that engine boost mildly effectively and actually use it to catch up to people. There's a lot of these support ships. I can't remember what benefits they provide to the AI, but I know they do provide something quite useful. Yeah, I certainly miss this. I know that 30 plus knots is not bad at all, but I'm still used to the speed of the Emile Bertin, which is significant, is very, very fast indeed. Let's go see if we can help out the Megami over here. I think he's mostly going after the kind of the facilities over there. We should probably focus on the ships because I think we get ambushed pretty soon from an enemy force incoming. We'll go after that Bayern. This is not going to be the most skilled gameplay. I apologise, dearie me. Okay, which ship's still left? We've got the Galissonnière over there. Galissonnière, I think, is a tier 7 battleship, a tier 7 German battleship, which also weirdly has torpedoes, which is kind of unusual for a battleship, I find. But it means that people turn the Galissonnière into a bit of a brawler. They get up really close and then they use their torpedoes. And while I'm sure that's very fun, I've never known if that's kind of the best way forward with that ship, or it's actually better just to stay at range because it means you kind of go on a bit of a suicide mission because it's fun to do, which is perfectly acceptable. I'm just going to kind of hang around the edge because I think we need to, as soon as we dealt with that Galissonnière, we need to get out of there in a hurry. Are we going to get the kill? We didn't, sadly. We had some non-penetrations, but we would have got it had we hit. Now, I believe they're going to come from behind us, these enemy reinforcements, and I really want to be the first one in line to take the damage there. We do need to still support. We still need to get rid of a lot of these facilities. And we've taken out one of those over there, wonderful. Where is our evac zone? Our evac zone is kind of A8, give or take. We're actually going to do a bit of a loop and try to catch up with our companions. We're all kind of a bit spread all over the place at the moment, which is not perfect by any means. Okay, let's try speed up, turn around. Yes, as one of our colleagues is saying, kind of A1, A2, that's where we're going to have to be focusing on. Where is the battleship and the... I like to stay quite close to the Ryohu and the Odin, in all honesty. They're kind of our safe ships there. Last time I did this operation, which was quite a while ago, some people just decided to not go for the exit because we don't need everyone to survive. I'm not going to be able to survive long against kind of some major battleships or aircraft carriers coming in. What I can do is quickly get to an exit, but I know we will also be ambushed up at A8 as well, so I don't want to go too quickly. The Megami is kind of very bravely pushing ahead. The aircraft carrier, I don't know if it will make it out because it's very slow, but I think I'll try hang back with it slightly. But it might be a question that the aircraft carrier just has to buy us time. It may be that it's not one of those. I don't think it's going to be a ship that can really make it out. I could go spot, but I think I would die. Maybe the Fubuki can do that because it's going to have a lower concealment range than we do. Concealment range for us is... Well, spotting range is... Well, not great. Detectability is 12.9. Okay. And then we've got our first sighting, the Fuso over there. In terms of our main battery, we can fire 15.9. So as soon as the Fubuki sees a few more ships, we can probably do some open fire. And we can also do our kind of sustained fire as well. I'm guessing that the Irian over there is just going to try and buy us time more than anything else. So I don't know what else can really be done there. Let's see if we can get some damage off of that T-22. I don't know if we'll manage it or not. I'm concerned that Fury is going to go after us. I'm also concerned that the Hen is going to go around the wrong way. And the second enemy reinforcement group is approaching. I wish I'd come in with my King George V, but hey, I thought it would be fun to do a little bit of a change for once. There's the Nuremberg, the Fuso. There's the T-22 again, excellent. I could use my kind of gunfire on that. I think we might do that just to speed up rate of fire for, albeit only 12 seconds, but it does allow us to get a few volleys off. And if we could deal with that T-22, that'd be excellent. I think I've slightly misjudged the speed of it though. Well, we managed to destroy its steering wheel, so that's good. And we can still fire a few more times. Oh, that Fuso might be coming in for us. Let's see if we can turn away to try avoid the shells. I don't know if the shells are coming in for us. No, they're going in for the Odin behind us. Gotcha. Let's make sure we don't cramp the Odin. We'll give him some space to work. There's also the Bayern over there, which I'm not thrilled by. The T-22 is down. Excellent. We can't reach the Fuso or the Nuremberg over there. So I think we're just going to start heading that way to try help the Megami, because the Megami is taking some bad damage and we're going to be in a bit of a trouble there. I think we could probably try and swing round to help these guys against the Fuso. We don't quite have the range at the moment, but there's also going to be probably some more ships over here which we need to focus on. I'd say actually a little bit more. As soon as they kind of come around this headland, then we're going to be in a whole lot of trouble, because I know there's normally quite a few there. The aircraft carrier is making slow progress. It is making it this way. I'm going to kind of target that Nuremberg as soon as it comes around the corner. We're actually going to speed up, I think. Engine boost, give ourselves just that more manoeuvrability going against these targets. I'm also going to launch my spotter plane. Oh, that's an anti-aircraft gun. Shows you how much I play cruisers and especially the Galissonnière. But it would be a fun change, I thought. We're going to launch some preemptive torpedoes that way. I don't really want to be sitting broadside on, to be honest with you, so I should probably try fix that. We'll fire the Nuremberg there. I don't know if we've got the armor piercing to really make our way through. We can at least set it on fire some more. Should be quite useful. We're just going to turn around to try and buy ourselves some time. Looks like he's turning as well. I'd like to go after that Fubuki as well, but the Nuremberg is probably the closest to death. There's a new group of reinforcements coming in. The aircraft carrier is coming with us, which is good, because it looks like there's two cruisers down the end, and maybe one of the destroyers is going to try and buy time. Okay, let's see if we can finish that off that Fubuki. No worries, someone else did. Okay, there's another Nuremberg, there's another Bayern coming through. Looks like those three ships over there are going to possibly be dead, because they need to make their way out and they're not going to manage it at the current rate, I don't think. But they might be drawing the fire and the attention of those other ships, which arguably might be the most important thing to do. Okay, let's not push ahead too far just yet. We need to ensure that we can get hopefully the battleship and the aircraft carrier out. Honestly, for us, we haven't done a huge amount this mission, but I'm not very good with cruisers. I find them a weird mix between destroyers and battleships. And destroyers, you can get close and you're very flimsy, but you've got powerful torpedoes, and you can fire quite often. You know, the battleships are really impressively armoured and can hit like an absolute truck, but you know, you can only fire every 20 or 30 seconds. Cruisers just seem to be in that weird middle ground where like they don't do anything very well. You know, I'm sure that's because I don't really play them that much and I don't really know how to effectively utilise them, but it just seems to me sometimes that they just kind of the best of both worlds is either in the battleships or the cruisers and not, sorry, the battleships and the destroyers and not the cruisers. Let's see if we can go to that Bayern. I think we can just about make it over the top of the hill there, although we didn't have the correct kind of push there. Looks like the Ryohu is hanging back. I don't know if the Odin, the Megami, and us, we just need to push now. We need to withdraw with at least half of operational ships. So we need to get out with at least 4, I would say. Engine boost deactivated. They're certainly buying us time over there, that's for sure. How many? Okay, so we've got some people in the area there. I'm concerned that, okay, me and the Odin are here, but we're now going to be quite active targets, I think. We're going to go for another fire here. We need to fire on the Duso. Frankly, I don't know if the Fuso is the worst problem. Like, I know it is a problem, but it's also quite far away. We've just lost our destroyer, which is not ideal. Because we're just going to get... Okay, people just need to get out now because we've got the reinforcement waves arriving. So we really need to do something here quickly. I'm not sure why everyone else isn't coming with us. But we're going to need to probably turn and head back to cover if no one's going to come with us soon. Let's keep going. Let's try set that Galissonnière now on fire. We're going to pretty well need it. Also send off a Tokumi Salvo. Oh, the Odin has torpedoes as well. This is what I mean. The Odin has more... I know it's a higher tier. It's a tier 8 and we're a tier 6. But it does feel like it's just got more... you know, it's got 4 torpedo tubes and we have 2. And that's a battleship and we're a cruiser. It feels like we exist in that weird middle ground where we don't feel very good at anything. And that's probably just my skill, but that's okay. I'm going to keep trying to set that Galissonnière now on fire. There's a good amount of torpedoes being cross-fired into there. I'm just wary of being broadsided. Operation completed. The team has reached the designated area. Ooh, with what, three people? I suppose it might be... I guess it's maybe half of the remaining operational ships. But hey, we did it. So we destroyed the enemy forts and onshore facilities, we destroyed the enemy's first and second reinforcement groups, we destroyed all enemy support ships, and we did not let the enemy reinforcements enter the haven, but we didn't get around to destroying both the Fury and the Dono. I think we destroyed the Dono, the Fury was still out and about. So, not our best performance by any means, 16,000 damage, 52 hits, 1 incapacitation, 1 destroyed and 1 set on fire. I think we will be returning to our much loved King George V in the next operation. In terms of the team score, I reckon we score bottom, and we score bottom by quite a long way. But that's okay, I still have fun. It's nice to try experiment with different ships every now and then. But this has been Killer Whale. Thank you so much for watching. More operations come soon. Take care. Bye-bye.